So feel free to ask questions. I will go to a question to Louise first, if there is no question at the time on the chat. Did you see an association of, brittle cornea and another disease in your cases?
I'm not quite sure I exactly understand the question. So do you mean
a combination of two diseases, two orphan disease?
No, they had brittle cornea syndrome only.
Okay.
They were negative for Ehlers-Danlos syndrome and all the other things that they'd been considered for.
All right. Okay. It's just because I have a combined case of brittle cornea and cystinosis, and it was interesting also.
Wow,
and well, that's not usual, of course. Yeah. And I have large families also, so I have been very interested in your talk. It was really amazing to see what.
Can I just answer Patrick Calvas's question?
Yes, very good.
About the keratoconus.
You can ask it online if you want.
I can answer it online. Okay, that's fine.
Go on, Patrick. It will be easier if you talk, I suppose.
Yes, thank you very much, Laure. It was a very nice presentation. I wonder if you had any signal of involvement by association studies of the PRMD5 genes, because as far as I know, it wasn't recognized oppositely to ZNF469, and it could be a good explanation for single keratoconus genic inheritance and non-Mendelian inheritance in the families we met all.
So essentially, PRDM5 did not reach genome-wide significance in any of the GWAS studies when using corneal thinning or the quantitative, when looking at quantitative trait analysis, corneal thinning, or directly at keratoconus. We did our candidate gene study in our keratoconus patients looking at both PRDM5 and ZNF469, and we only found association with ZNF469 variants. So there is a signal with PRDM5 on the genome-wide association studies for corneal thinning, but it doesn't reach significance.
Okay, is there any other question from the floor? I will have just a question for Julie. Just a question, as you see that sometimes there is less results with the larger NGS panel, do you think sometimes you have less good phenotyping for the genes you are looking for? The phenotypes, you think they are less specific, or?
Yes, as I said, we enlarge the phenotype, so we test also moderate form of the ocular malformations.
NMN81 CNV of the 5 UTR exon 1 and IVS1, very interesting. Correct, this non-coding. It's a question for you, Sophie. So far, only 5 UTR SNV have been reported clustering around C69 and C70.
Yes, the CNV include the first exon and a part of the intron 1, and it is approximately 10 kilobases. It is non-coding, yes.
And so do you think when you have seen just those first results that the whole genome sequencing is very interesting? Do you think we will have much more development and it will help?
Yes, I think that whole genome sequencing, and now in France now there is a national plan, and it is used in a laboratory diagnostic laboratory, and it allows to detect all type of mutation, and also in a different region of the genome. And the difficulty was the interpretation of mutation in non-coding region. And I think that the combination with RNA-seq could help to explain the functional consequence of deep intronic mutation, but also missense mutation on exonic region, or also mutation in non-translated region of the gene. Donc, it will be very promising. Yes?